Stop it with your applause. I haven't done anything yet, but thank you so much. I am Kevin R. Free, and you are watching Frigid Fridays. What is Frigid Fridays? I don't know. I haven't prepared, but I think it's a variety show, so you'll see a variety of acts. How about that? As I said, I'm Kevin R. Free. If you don't know who I am, I have done a lot of stuff with Frigid New York, the Crane Theater downtown, 85 East 4th Street, which is kind of open, but not. They asked me if I would come down and host the show from there, and I said, no, thank you. I'd rather do it in my empty pantry because it's so nice. Anyway, the Crane Theater, 85th Street, 85 East 4th Street, is the theater where I, a theater maker, indie theater maker for the past 25 years in New York City, have made the most theater. I was a member of the New York Neo-Futurists. I was one of the producers of the Obie Award-winning The Fire This Time Festival in that space. And now I am the curator of the Queerly Festival, which happened in that space. And also during the pandemic, I created a show with Eris Ziv, who runs Frigid New York, called The Reparation Show, which used to run every Friday night, but now it only runs once a month. Thank God. Thank God I only did it once a week for most of 2020, because now I'm not really producing it anymore, and I don't know what to do with my time. So I'm here doing Frigid Fridays. The first thing I'm going to do is introduce you to a very good friend of mine. She is, I have to say, just one of my favorite people because she's so damn funny and also so talented. Her name is Zanya Love. She, if you don't know Zanya, let's see. Zanya, two things I'll tell you. Zanya is also from my hometown, which is Greensboro, North Carolina. She moved to New York, and we sort of knew each other, but not very well. And then we worked together at the Guthrie in a play called The Parchment Hour. And I'm only telling you that because one of the songs that Zanya is about to sing for you is a song called "Oh Freedom," which was a song that I sang in that show, The Parchment Hour. So I think she's trolling me by giving us this song with her singing it probably better than I. So that's the first thing I want to tell you. The second thing I want to tell you is that she is possibly the most talented singer I have ever known in my life. She played Celie in The Color Purple on the Broadway in the original production, not the new production. The new production that separated it from the African-American idiom by just having chairs on stage. But anyway, that's shade. I'm sorry. This is not what Frigid Fridays is for. Roll Zanya's singing.
When the night has come and the land is dark and the moon's the only light we'll see, no, I won't be afraid. No, I won't be afraid. Just as long as you stand by me. So darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Stand by me. Stand by me. When the sky that we look upon should tumble and fall, now the mountains should crumble to the sea. No, I won't cry, I won't cry, no, I won't shed a tear, just as long as you stand by me. So darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Oh, freedom. Oh, freedom over me. And before I be a slave, I'll be buried in my grave and go home to my Lord and be free. No more weeping, no more weeping, no more weeping over me. And before I be a slave, I'll be buried in my grave and go home to my Lord and be free. Oh, freedom. Oh, freedom. Oh, freedom over me. And before I be a slave, I'll be buried in my grave and go home to my Lord. And I'll be free. I wanna be free. I'll go home to my Lord and be free.
I'm back. It's me. I thought there was another video called Empty Streets. And yes, Caitlin, she is. Katie, she is definitely trolling me. Okay, so it's me. It's not the thing that I thought it was. So I'm going to talk about the Fire This Time Festival. Okay. So the Fire This Time Festival is a festival that was founded by Kelly Nicole Gerard and Germano Toussaint and Derek Lee McFadder, all playwrights. They decided that they wanted to have a Black theater festival that was about that basically wanted to expand the notion or the idea of Black theater, and that if it's written by a Black playwright, that makes it Black theater, even if they write about two white people falling in love. And so they created this festival called the Fire This Time Festival. It was based on the title of the James Baldwin book, The Fire Next Time, and it was called the Fire This Time Festival. And I was a playwright in the festival in 2011 or 2012, I think. And I wrote this little play that starred my very good friend Tracy Conyer Lee, Christopher Borg, and Darius Dahaz, all very good friends of mine. And it was really great. And then Kelly came to me and said, "Hey, Kevin, do you want to be one of the producers of the Fire This Time Festival?" And I said, "Absolutely not. Okay, I'll do it." So I produced the festival with Kelly and with AJ Muhammad and with Jordice Machos and Kelly and me. Anyway, it was us, and we did it, and it is a platform for early career or emerging playwrights of the African diaspora. We produced plays by Dominique Morisseau. We produced plays by James Tyler, Aziza Barnes, Dennis Allen, excuse me, Katori Hall was one of the early playwrights of the Fire This Time Festival. And it was a really beautiful experience for me. We won an Obie Award in 2015. And while I was the producer, I started doing what I called fireside chats with playwrights, because I wanted the playwrights to have a moment on the internet to talk about their work and how long they had been writing plays. And I've chosen a couple of those videos to play for you here tonight. And one of them is Nathan Youngerberg, who is one of my favorite humans and one of my favorite writers. And he had written a play called Orchids and Polka Dots that was in the festival that year. Why don't we go ahead and roll that video, and I will text Nathan to see if he's here. Hello, it's Kevin Arfree again with another fireside chat, this time with Nathan Youngerberg.
Hello.
There's Nathan Youngerberg.
Hey.
we're sitting by the fire, and today the fire is my orange North Face jacket.
You're gonna see me warming my hands on this horrifically cold day by the fire.
Woo! So now that we're all cozy, we're going to talk. You want to talk?
Yes, let's talk.
Okay, good. So Nathan, I'm going to ask you the same question I ask all the other playwrights. How long have you been writing?
Around 3 years now, 3-4 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're not really sure exactly how
Yeah.
long. We're saying 3 or 4.
I forget.
It's because it just flows out of you,
Right,
and
exactly.
it's been flowing for a long
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
So you came to playwriting late.
Yes.
Yes.
Mhm.
So what do you do? How do you make your living?
I'm a photographer.
You
Yeah, headshot photographer.
I knew that, but I pretended like I was surprised, to make it an interview,
Right.
All right. So, and how long have you been a photographer?
22 years.
Really?
Mhm.
Okay. See, now I'm surprised by that. 22 years?
22 years, yeah.
Really?
Since right out of high school. So
And
that's
you-
all I know. That's like my...
And that's how you've been making a living since right out of high school?
Pretty much so, yeah. My parents said I couldn't do it, and hey, I'm here.
Oh, that's funny. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Barbara Streisand's parents told her to cut her nails so that she could be a secretary, and she grew them longer.
There you go.
Nathan Youngerberg is the Fire This Time Festival's Barbara Streisand.
I like that. That's hot.
Okay, Nathan, so tell us about your play. Your play is called Orchids and Polka Dots. Tell us about it. What inspired it?
Well, I found a video on YouTube that was an actual, allegedly an actual study, LSD study that they did back in the 50s, which are the actual studies that they did on men and women. And, this one was in particular a housewife. It was like a traditional 1950s housewife. And they administered this LSD, liquid LSD, in a glass, and she drank it. And then they, filmed what happened as she was tripping and her kind of like whole awakening. And it really blew my mind, because that period represents such a rigidness, especially in like, female archetypes and roles and things like that. And then to see this woman, this proper looking woman, just kind of come unhinged, like it was really scary and beautiful at the same time. So that was the kind of seed for the whole 10-minute play that I wrote. We just finished rehearsing at the Crane just now, and I turned to Nico at one point and I said, I just had a moment, because I was sitting there in the
Nico
theater.
Anand is his director.
Who's phenomenal. Like, he's just the most amazing guy. For me to work with this is my first time working with the director on this level for actual production, because it's my first production. And I was sitting in the theater and I kind of got the chills, because I realized that this moment is the beginning of everything for me in a way, as far as like a production goes. And I'll never have this moment again. I looked around and I had an amazing, actors and an amazing director, and it was just really deep for me. So I turned to Nico and shared that experience with him, and it was really cool. So, and then I think also too, being on this street. You know, we're all, you know, so much of the East Broad or the
East Fourth, it's Fourth Street.
Fourth and
it's
the
Fourth Arts Block,
Broadway
yeah.
experience and history began. It's really profound to me. So yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's cool.
I almost burst into tears when he was talking. So you're bi-coastal.
Yes, which is new.
How do you like that?
It's cool, but it's been taking a lot of adjusting too. I've been telling people lately, it's like, I've never done this before. So it's like waking up in New York and then having this whole dream life in Oakland, which is where I also live, and trying to just bridge the two together and know that the other one is real and it's not just a dream, because it's like polar opposites as far as cities and energy and all that kind of stuff. Like, it's new for me there. So there's given nights, many nights in a row where I'm just at home not doing anything, but it's very...
So you're kind of like a housewife.
Oh, very much so, yeah.
So maybe you should drink some liquid LSD and then we'll see what he does. Oh, and unhinge yourself. Yes. Fire This Time Festival opens January 21st. Nathan's Play opens in the 10-Minute Play Festival, which opens January 24th. At the end of this video, there will be the link to our website, www.firethistimefestival.com. Any last words, Nathan?
Come out and join us on the 24th if you want to see me or talk to me, friends or whoever, because I'm only going to be there that night because I go back to Oakland on the 25th.
Oh.
But if you can't make it that night, come on any of the other nights. So please come and support.
So if you want to hang out with Nathan, because he's going to take that LSD that night.
I don't know about that.
The 24th. Just come on the 24th. All right. All right. Bye.
Bye.
See ya.
Oh my gosh. Watching that video brought me so much joy. I love this man so much, and he's one of my favorite playwrights and one of my favorite humans, and his pandemic was exemplary. I have to say. Nathan, you're here now. Come on in. Let's talk.
Oh wow, that was cool. Hello.
There's your face. Oh my God. Hi, friend.
Hello. I love watching that video too. I actually watched it earlier today and I was like, wow, I couldn't believe it was almost 10 years ago. It's crazy.
We were so young and cute.
I know. We were like, we're still cute. We're just a little bit wiser.
That's right. That's right. So, all right. So I'm so happy to be talking. I mean, I might even cry. I'm so happy to talk to you. What tell me everything. So I want to talk about your work and what's going on with your work, but I want to talk about how you're a parent now.
Yeah, I was laughing at the housewife thing because I guess now I'm the daddy and the housewife and like everything. So I am a single father of two under two. I'm fostering two siblings, hoping to adopt them. My daughter, who's now 19 months, came to me when she was 2 weeks old in the summer of 2019. And then she has a brother that joined us, newborn baby, a couple weeks before Christmas. And so now I've got my hands really full.
And where are they right now?
Actually, Paris Creighton is here watching them for me, my playwright friend slash kind of sort of neighbor. So he comes over and helps me out from time to time. Yeah, so he's playing songs from Frozen and singing with her in the living room.
I'm so sorry to make you miss that. I know
it's all good.
I know that's your favorite show of all time,
right?
And that you want to be singing right now,
right?
So what are you working on right now?
Oh man, lots of stuff. I have had a really fruitful last 12 months. You know, I was on the verge of having my first New York off-Broadway world premiere at the Cherry Lane of my play East Side's Table, and you know, the plug got pulled a week before we opened. But I just got really busy, like applying for all these grants that they had and stuff. And then I think the energy just started to move and move and move. And then in the summer, I got a cool freelance gig writing for Sesame Street, which was just amazing. It's not American Sesame Street. It's they have a new social impact, which is international. So I'm working on shows that I believe are being aired to children of Syrian refugees. So they have a different focus in regard to kind of what they teach. And it's a lot to do with techniques for trauma, like deep belly breathing and, you know, things like that. So that's been fun. I just got finished working on this really cool project that Jalen Livingston was working on with Rachel Chafkin through the Onassis Foundation, called Live from Mount Olympus. And it was a podcast for tweens, I think, children, about the Perseus myth. And Andre DeShields was in it, reprising his role as Hermes, and a whole bunch of people from Hadestown, which I didn't get to see. And that was super exciting. We just got a really nice New York Times critics pick yesterday or today, and I didn't even know they were going to review. I didn't know you could review podcasts, but I was like,
of course,
right on.
Where can we find that podcast?
Yes, so I think you can find it on any platform that hosts podcasts. So you just search for Live from Mount Olympus, or you can go on the Onassis Foundation website. I think there's a link on there too, and I think that's Onassis. I'm really bad. I should have had all this stuff prepared, but
it's all right. Emily and Yoshi, will you do a search for live on Mount Olympus and then flash it when you can sometime during the show? That would be awesome if you can.
Cool. Yeah. So.
Oh, look at that! They were already doing it.
They were 10 steps ahead of us.
That's amazing. There it is.
Yeah, I wrote 2 of the 7 episodes, so mine will drop in March. But I've never written in that realm before, and so it's been cool because obviously I haven't been doing any theater stuff, but I've still been able to write and keep busy, and just kind of understanding like that storytelling is just storytelling. It's just a matter of like understanding. And everyone's been really kind and generous and patient with me, just kind of helping me, guiding me through all the terminology and like how to kind of like how you write for create a soundscape versus like a visual scape on stage. And that's just been and I know you know all about that with the audio book stuff that you do. I'm sure it's just such a whole different world. It's exciting.
It's very exciting. You said something very interesting, and your website says this, and I want you to talk a little bit about this. That was my light.
Oh, that was really cool. I thought it was a bird or something.
It was a shooting star. I have my door open in my pantry over here in case one of my cats wants to come in. But I did not expect my light to fall.
It's all amazing. Good. It was cool.
Okay, so I know I have a couple of students watching right now, and we talked in the video about how you started off as a photographer, and you're still a photographer.
No, I retired from shooting in December after 30 years. Yeah.
That is cuckoo crazy.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you. It was a big decision, but it felt good.
Well, the thing that I want to talk about is the ways. Okay. You're a storyteller.
Yes.
Yes. So every single thing that you did as a photographer to being a playwright to now being a writer of podcasts is about storytelling.
Yes.
And one of the things that I'm trying to instill in my students is the fact that as artists, we should just be creating things, right? So don't ask me if it's okay to do X, Y, or Z. Just do the thing and see if it finds an audience.
Totally.
So I just wanted you to talk a little bit about your creative spirit and how you keep focused on that.
Yeah. I've been like a self-supporting artist since I was 19 years old. I dropped out of college and decided to go to photography school, and then did a whole bunch of other stuff in between then and now. But there is a certain sense of motion that you have to conjure to kind of like get things to move forward. And I swear that looks like a bird, like someone shot a pigeon and it's like falling out of the sky. Your cat got at it. It's all good. Live, I'd say live TV, but live whatever we're on.
Keep talking.
Yeah. So I just continued that trend when I got into playwriting, because in the beginning it's like, there's this guy, Bo, I always forget his last name, I think, who was the showrunner for House of Cards, who was a playwright before. And I went to a panel discussion that he was on with some other really amazing playwrights / TV writers. And he said this thing that resonated with me so deeply, that being a playwright is like going into a forest and screaming at the top of your lungs, and like no one can hear you, or no one's hearing you. And I felt that so deeply. And you do have to do a lot of that, just like, hear me, see me, I'm here. And sometimes like 2 people will show up, or 5 people will show up, or nobody will show up. And you got to keep your chin up and just keep creating and keep making things, because then there is that point. Like, I had this turning point in my career this summer where I just knew instinctually that it was time to think about retiring from shooting, because I was making enough to support myself as a writer, and still am. And I trusted enough that magic that, got me through the photography stuff for all that time, and all these other crazy adventures I've gone into, that magic would sustain me through this, because it was just the right time. Like, I'd been planting seeds and building this network for the last, 11, 12 years now. And then I kind of get to sit back and just let that momentum that I was cultivating and conjuring push me forward. Like, I'm able to ride on it now. But in the beginning, you gotta do a lot of push, motivate. I'm good. I'm worthy. Affirmations.
I imagine. I mean, I feel like I'm still pushing and doing that. And I imagine if I had children, I would not be focusing the same way. I do have cats, and one of them is yelling at me right now. But this is great. It's great to talk to you. Do you want to plug anything before I send you away? Send you back to sing songs from Frozen?
Exactly. No,
Hi,
I mean,
AJ just said hi to us on the screen.
Oh, yo.
Hi,
hey,
AJ.
I love
Buddy.
AJ.
Me too. Love you, AJ.
AJ's really good at checking in on me. No, I mean, the Mount Olympus thing is the only thing that's dropping now. I've got a residency with NBT, and so I'm gonna start working on a play next month. It's called Sweetwater, the Gospel of Iman, that is chronicling the lives of gay Black men during the AIDS crisis in New York in the 80s. So I'm super excited and passionate about that. There will be no presentation on that until next year sometime.
Oh,
but,
okay.
Yeah.
All right, great. Well, I hope that I can see it.
Yes, definitely.
I hope that I am doing something where I can promote it as well. But
wonderful,
just my
cool.
social media, whatever. It's so good to see you. And Rudy, who has joined us, he's on this cabinet here.
Aww.
Says hello as well.
I love Rudy.
He's very old now.
How old is Rudy?
He's 18.
Wow.
And, the cats are kind of going crazy because all of the stuff that he just jumped off of this thing. All the stuff that used to be in this apartment is not here because we're moving. I'll talk to you about that later.
Okay.
Anyway, the cats are freaking out. You should go talk to the kids. Tell Paris Creighton I said hi, even though I don't know him.
Okay.
Emily's pulling you.
Okay.
And I'm gonna stay. It's so good
Take
to see
care.
you. I love you, brother.
Thank you. Love you too. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye. Hi, everybody. I'm back. This is Rudy. He's back on my shoulder, and now he's going back on the cabinet. I don't know what I'm supposed to talk about now, but I think nope, I don't know. But I'm happy to talk about myself. Oh, look, there's something that's about to happen. Play the
escándalo, escándalo, es un escándalo, escándalo, es un escándalo, escándalo, es un escándalo. Siempre la misma rutina, nos vemos por las esquinas, evitando el que dirá. Mi cuerpo no se acostumbra a este amor entre penumbras que es más fuerte que un volcán.
Hi, I'm Michelle Francoeur with OTP News. millions of Americans are getting their stimulus check. And I'm going to go check it out. I got my stimulus check. Donald Trump getting no respect. Unemployment coming next. Living better than the rest. I got my stimulus check. Donald Trump getting no respect. Got your baby mama in the cutting. She ain't even hit you up yet. I got my stimulus check. Donald Trump getting no respect. Got your baby mama in the cutting. She ain't even hit you up yet. I got my stimulus check. And my trip gonna be wet. I know they gonna be upset. Cause when we go out, they gonna pick up the check. What about quarantine? Cause when we go out, they gonna pick up the check. They gonna still be mad. All the taxpayer money to spread. You just mad cause you ain't get the check. I feel mad. Please don't get mad at me. Get mad at the feds. You know. Amazon love me cause I'm on the red. Bet they do. You can't tell me nothing cause I'm spending rent. I got my stimulus check. Donald Trump getting no respect. Unemployment coming next. Living better than the rest. I got my stimulus check. Donald Trump getting no respect. Got your baby mama in the cutting. She ain't even hit you up yet. I got my stimulus check. Donald Trump getting no respect. Unemployment coming next. Living better than the rest. I got my stimulus check. Donald Trump getting no respect. Got your baby mama in the cutting. She ain't even hit you up yet. I'm a comedian. I be fucking with your head. Stimulus check. Making bread. Having fun. That should work.
I got my stimulus check. I love that song. I think I'm gonna put that in playlist somewheres. Okay, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. It's Frigid Fridays and it's Black History Month, and I'm Black and I'm here. My name is Kevin Arfree and I am your host for tonight. I'm now going to introduce you to somebody who's going to teach you how to mix some cocktails. Right? I'm pretty sure. Let me check my little thing. Yes, Melissa is her name. She showed us some fun drinks way back in November. But tonight, she's showing some new drinks to our Patreon patrons and friends after the show. There's going to be a little link scrolling, so you can join us when it's time to mix the drinks. But here's just a little bit of a preview. Roll it.
I'm so excited to share, and I thought, going into this, tomorrow's Saturday, and that's a typical brunch day. So we're going to start off the first cocktail with a Prosecco, and it's literally just called Celebration. I wasn't trying to be fancy. I wasn't trying to, it's just called Celebration. And by the way, guys, when I'm making these cocktails, I'm not a mixologist. I have bartended before, just like every other actor, artist in the city. But I am a person that genuinely loves to just make. And I decided to go with the theme of everything blue, because normally, cocktails, the red cocktails, we see them a lot. You know what I mean? The Cosmo's red, the Negroni is red. Let's see, what else is red? What is the one? The Belvedere or Boulevard, or the bourbon with the Campari, that's red. And so today I thought I want to give blue cocktails their time in the sun, because blue cocktails matter, guys. And that is called the Celebration. All right, so we're gonna place that there. And that, that's a good way to start your day. Like, here's the thing, guys. Everything we're making tonight, it's a nice progression. Thank you, Jenny. I'm glad you like it. It's a nice progression. So, like, you're not gonna get a hangover. You're not gonna get sick, because I'm not about that life. Like, everything you're drinking tonight, you'll be able to go from morning drinking to afternoon drinking to night drinking with ease. It's gonna change your life. The next one is a little bit complicated, and this is called the Blue Biden. And this drink is made with what is it made with? Oh, Pisco. It's a Pisco. So like Pisco sours and whatever, and it's made with Pisco, egg whites, lime, and blue carousel. So it's a little bit more complicated than it looks, but it's so simple. It's so easy. And it just, it looks solid. So we decided to name it, or I decided to name it the Blue Biden. So first what we're gonna do is we're just gonna pour the pisco. And just so you know, pisco is just a white brandy. It comes from Peru. It's not tequila. A lot of people get confused and they think, oh, this pisco is just another form of tequila. It's actually not. It's actually a form of a brandy that comes from Peru. So we're gonna pour the pisco. And so I have a shaker. I'm not gonna put my ice in it. And the reason I'm not gonna put my ice in it is because I want the egg white to cook. So the liquor will make sure that you don't get salmonella. We don't want you to get sick. Oh, you guys can see the foam. Oh my gosh, I really, I'm gonna taste this one. Look at that. Can you guys see this? That's nice. The next drink is like the mother of all of these drinks. And as a matter of fact, no disrespect to the Blue Biden, but I'm gonna take the Blue Biden and move it here because our queen needs to be in the middle, right? So this drink is in honor of our first female VP, Kamala Harris. And I named it the Mamala. It's tequila, obviously the blue liqueur, and lots of limes. And now if you like I'm gonna use a different shaker. If you like your drinks really sweet, you can feel free to add any sort of orange liqueur. I don't like my margaritas really sweet, and I love a good margarita, but I don't like it when it's too sweet. So I'm gonna add the ice, shaking again. And I really do think you guys are gonna love these drinks. I tried a bunch and these are my favorites. And look at that pour. That is a nice one, you guys. And now you can top this drink with a lime, with basil, with any flower that you want, and it will be really pretty. But this is the Mamala. Can you guys look at it and appreciate that? I'm gonna taste it. Oh my God, that's so good. That is so good. So, okay, so this is the drinks. We have the celebration, we have the Mamala, and we have the Biden. So until then, you guys, celebrate, be joyous, be relieved, enjoy this time, and soon we will have to roll up our sleeves and get back to work. But right now is a time of celebration. So thank you, be safe, wear your mask, and buy lots of liquor because it's gonna be a long winter. That's it. Bye, guys.
Hi, everybody. My name is Caesar Williams, and I am the Artistic Director of the Obie Award-winning Fire This Time Festival, which operates under the Frigid New York umbrella. As we all know, the pandemic has hit the arts community especially hard. Please consider becoming a patron of Frigid New York and join at whatever level you feel comfortable. If you do, you'll get cool rewards like merchandise, invites to virtual happy hours, plus tickets to shows with drinks once we reopen. Simply go to patreon.com/Frigid New York. Again, that's patreon.com/Frigid New York to support indie theater and the real people who make it. Thank you.
Everybody, we are back. Yes, Give Till It Hurts to the Fire This Time Festival. That was Caesar Williams, the artistic director. I love that man. And Melissa Cardello Linton and the cocktails, the blue cocktails, delicious. I'm with her. I don't like Campari in anything. It's bitter. It's an extended troll on people with good taste. I do not like Campari. I am sorry. I'm sorry. I hope my partner doesn't see this because he loves Campari. Okay. The other thing I want to say is Melissa Cardello Linton has the kitchen that I covet her kitchen. I love that kitchen. was very sad. Oh, you tried to start a video. Let me tell you something. I just want to introduce the video first. The video is Funny Women of a Certain Age. Frigid has been running this stand-up Funny Women of a Certain Age for a couple of years, monthly, and has been running on the stage of the Crane since last summer with no audience, of course. We're looking forward to having an audience back again to experience these women. And right now, I think you can search for 2 Funny Women Showtime specials. Am I right about that? I think I'm right about that. Anyway, roll Funny Women of a Certain Age.
But I love her to death. She is funny. She is bright. You can hear her every Monday on Tell Me Everything on John Fugelsang on Sirius Radio. Welcome, Rhonda Hanson.
Yay! My name is Rhonda Hanson. Drama is real. And something's always hanging out. And I hate when it's hanging out the back. Jeez. And for me, being a woman of a certain age, you know. Oh my God, white girl magic tears. I wish I had those magic tears. There was this one girl. She had gone shooting over a stop sign at least 3 or 4 times. And finally, they took her to court and she cried. She cried. She said, Your Honor, I'm too beautiful to go to jail. Is Steve Kornacki still at that goddamn board? Is he? That's Clyburn's office. That's Pelosi's office. Watch your horns there. Watch your horns. I love America. I wouldn't want to be an American in any other country. Yeah. I'm here for the next 15 minutes, folks. The refusal to accept reality and the constant recounts. Oh my God, and that's just Kanye. Trying to wash my damn pants. I did the entire choreography of Alvin Ailey's Revelations. Whoa! This old man said to me, y'all look so good. I wanna buy you a sandwich. A sandwich? I was so outraged, all I could say was BLT. You know, Carol was the other day. She said that she wasn't feeling very good about the way things were going in the world. And I said, well, I'm glad to hear that, Carol, because a couple of weeks ago, white folks was out dancing in the street. Dancing. White folks just dancing everywhere, and they were dancing almost on the beat. Yeah. She's shaking her head. She's not laughing, but she's shaking her fucking head. 1 millennial tried to insult me by saying, okay, boomer. Okay, boomer. I'm looking. After you've been called a nigger, boomer has no sting whatsoever. I am a woman on the verge of a nervous breakdown. Can you tell that? For New Year's Eve, I wanted to have hummus and Prosecco. I had that taste in my mouth, hummus and Prosecco. I live in the South Bronx, so all bets are off. I go, do you have any hummus? They go, huh? I go, do you have any hummus? You want ham? I'm standing there going, hummus, hummus, hummus. Guy goes to me, miss, this is a liquor store. I might say something funny, you know, I might. Am I in my light? Am I in my light? If I'm in my light, then da 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 da
I'm poor, and my country is poor, and I've never felt more patriotic. So I don't know about you guys. It's like, it feels like right now the Statue of Liberty should have its own like OnlyFans page. What'll do anything for money.
I would always be amazed at the tunnel vision that the wealthy manage to have, but still not look at you at all.
But there's lots of Swedes, so like Swedish pancake houses are a thing. There's like 3 or 4 of them. Churches are really big here. There are churches basically everywhere. We have the 2nd most churches per capita in the state of Illinois after Joliet.
Huh.
Look, I don't have much to give to this world besides what I'm giving to you now. My attention, focus, and ideas from everything I've experienced in life to one focus point. I'm not always going to be doing rhymes. I'm not always going to be speaking like an ignoramus. I'm not always going to be enjoying the fact that I am who I am. I'm just thankful for the times that you guys have helped me, being audiences members, friends, associates, half.
And so I started writing this, and I was like, okay, like this will fizzle out as soon as COVID does. And yeah, now I'm on chapter 3 because there's no end in sight.
Crazy, like every 10 minutes, the Great Lawn would erupt in applause and hoots and hollers, just as if they had just gotten the news. And seriously, every 10 minutes, the whole time we were in the park, this is happening. And Jillian went through her own tragic stuff last week, so she and I are like commiserating and sobbing together, and we're like, and this happened, and then this happened, and oh, I'm so sorry you had to go through that, and oh, the cheering, yes, oh! So anyway, like I was
And the face.
When the night has come, the land is dark, and the moon is the only light that we'll see. Whoa, no, I won't be afraid. No, I won't be afraid. Just as long as you don't, and I need.
Nice. Topical. Yeah, wonderful. Very good. Guys, another round of applause for Deb Zeb. Another round of applause. I'm back. So there are a couple of things that I feel like I need to say. The people are speaking to me behind the scenes and telling me that my cat Rudy, who is now shut out of here, should co-host the show every week or every time I'm here hosting the show. But I just can't have him stepping on my dress. That's not cool. So I'm sorry, but Rudy cannot. Rudy can have his own show. So somebody contact him so you have his own show. I think the other thing I want to do, Rudy could do a solo show if he wants. Listen, he could. He's a great performer. I think somebody'd have to write it for him because he doesn't have thumbs. So it's a very sensitive subject. I'm glad the door is closed so he can't hear me. I'm going to introduce you now to another friend who was a playwright in the Fire This Time Festival, Cynthia G. Robinson. And I first knew Cynthia because I taught her children. I directed them in musicals over the summer at Broadway Training Center in Westchester. And one day after the strike, or we were striking one of the sets for one of the plays that we were doing one summer, Cynthia said to me, Kevin, I'm going to be in the Fire This Time Festival in January. And I said, really? And she was. And now she has a play called Freedom Summer that is running with the North Carolina Black Rep. What we're going to do is we're going to roll a trailer for that film, and then we're going to go right into the video of our fireside chat. So roll the trailer, and I'll see you on the other side of the chat.
Details in the murders of the 3 civil rights workers continue to surface. Sources say that Michael Schwerner, James Chaney, and Andrew Goodman were stopped on a remote rural road in Neshoba County, Mississippi, where they were badly beaten and then shot and killed at point-blank range. Sources say that the bodies of the young men were...
Is there no escape from the gloom and doom?
I want to hit a rest.
Mississippi's burning, history fans the flame. Mississippi's burning, James's story stays the same. Helping folks is one thing, but you and I both know that Mississippi is a powder keg. His story stays the same. Mississippi's burning, history fans the flame. Mississippi's burning, and your story stays the same.
I finally found something that gives my life some purpose, and I'm so grateful for that.
His story stays the same. Mississippi's burning, history fans the flame. Mississippi's burning, Michael's story.
Hello, people who love the Fire This Time Festival. I'm Kevin R. Free, and I'm sitting here with Cynthia G. Robinson. Yeah,
I'm excited.
Oh, good. I'm glad. I'm excited too. So when Cynthia first talked about her playwriting, she mentioned to me that she was dramatic. Is that true?
I am dramatic. I'm dramatic and raw.
Oh.
I like raw emotion.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because
What compels you? What draws you to dramatic raw emotion?
because I can say in a play what I would never dare say in real life.
Ah.
So I can be irreverent, and I can be scary, and I can be sort of off the chain.
Yes.
And I like that.
Cynthia Robinson is the Eminem of the Fire This Time Festival. She has a very dark play about called Nightfall. You want to tell us a little bit about what it's about?
I do, but I don't think it's really that. I don't think it's really that dark. But maybe that says something about me. I don't know.
Oh.
But it's about a Sudanese woman who is involved in a situation where she's being victimized by the Janjaweed, but it's actually based on actual events. I mean, they're pretty universal events, the things that happen in the villages.
Sure.
And it is an excerpt of a wider piece that I'm working on. So the bigger piece ends nicely.
Yeah.
But in this excerpt, this is sort of her nightmare happening.
So how long have you been writing?
Seriously, I would say 7 years.
That's a long time.
Seriously.
I think you might be, of all of the playwrights.
Are you going to say the oldest?
No.
What are you going to say?
I'm the oldest. I'm the oldest. I'm 43. I think that you've been right.
But as long as you can't tell, listen.
That's right. What I'm saying is that I think you've been writing longer than any of the other playwrights this year. I mean,
That's interesting.
it sort of places. It gives us it helps us to redefine emerging
Yes.
playwrights.
And I've been thinking about that because when are you no longer emerging?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
What's happening next?
I am in a writer's lab at New Perspectives, and I'm working on a full length that I've been working on for a few months.
Yeah.
More than a few months. And it combines dance and song and drama.
It's a solo show starring Cynthia G. Robinson.
It's not, but it really has dance, and I have a love of dance. Like if I wish I could be a dancer.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm really excited about it. Called Dancing on Eggshells. I'm really excited about it. It's about domestic violence.
Yeah, of course it is. It's called Dancing on Eggshells.
And love.
And well,
they don't necessarily.
Again, the Eminem of the fire this time. We've been sitting here warming our hands by the fire that was created.
It's so chilly, but this
It
fire
this
is so.
fire right here.
Can we see
Oh
it?
no, can we see it? There it is.
Ooh,
This
hot.
Woo!
Touch it.
Before we actually end, I just want to say one more thing, and that thing is, Cynthia, what do you want to say?
Oh, I want to say that I'm really grateful for this opportunity, and I'm really excited about all the people that I've met and to be working with all the people. And it's really humbling to have so many people work on your work. Like that's so awesome. I love that, and I love you. It's exciting.
You, darling. Oh, we're hugging. Her husband is watching.
We're gonna cover.
That's right. The hug happens.
The hug happens, and then.
It's not the same without the lights, without the people in the room. Please wait 5 minutes longer. The house will open soon. I've heard the show must go on. Gee, I hope that is true. I'll be waiting in the wing. I'll keep a ghost light burning for you. Not the same without the stars. Lighten up the room. If I wait just a little longer, the house will open soon. I've heard the show must go on. Gee, I hope that is true. I'll be waiting in the wings. I'll keep a ghost light burning for you.
That was lovely. I love that, Cynthia Robinson. So I am about to say goodbye to you. And so that means that I need to thank everybody who helped make this possible tonight. Of course, Emily, Joey, and Yoshi behind the scenes chatting with me and telling me how I've made mistakes. Thank you for that. Everyone needs feedback. I also want to mention that next Friday night, my show, The Reparation Show, will be running at 8 o'clock. I will not be here, but our host will be a takeover of the Fire This Time Festival. So the Fire This Time Festival will be doing the Reparation Show next week. Please tune in and watch the Reparation Show. I also want to thank you for watching tonight. And now I want to introduce you to the last two songs of the evening. We will close out with Eve Blackwater, who recorded these two songs in the Crane Theater last week. The pandemic has really forced the Crane to up their recording equipment game. And Eve was so much fun to record. Everyone, good night. Thank you so much, Frigid. Thank you, everybody, for giving me this opportunity to wear my cat sweater and to talk to you all. Thank you very much. Good night.
Hey, I'm Eve Blackwater. I'm gonna play my newest song, Willow. And I wrote this without realizing it at the end of a pretty disappointing relationship. I was really frustrated, and I just wrote in my journal everything that I thought I needed in a romantic partner that I wasn't getting. And then months later, I had a new romantic partner. I still have a new romantic partner. And I was reading through my journal and I saw this list, and it pretty much kind of exactly described this person that I wound up with. So it's kind of exciting to have this song because it's a little bit sort of manifestation. Hope for what you want, know what you want, and then maybe you'll get it, and maybe things will work out. And dreamed a man with a hidden tattoo, stroked my hair and whispered low and true. When he cried, I held him tight. We traded fears until the morning light. Ooh, we would be strong as a willow tree. Shade in the summer, my shelter from storms, blocking the wind, keeping our home warm. Trusts in love, I still run free. Sweetest man I ever did see. Ooh, we would be strong as a willow tree. We'd bend so we don't break, let our roots run deep, hold each other close, even when we sleep. Rains fall, we'd stand tall, and we would be strong as a willow tree. Only kind words in our bed at night, awake in dreams and after a fight. In his arms before I'd stray, he'd be in mine by the end of the day. Ooh, we would be strong as a willow tree. We'd bend so we don't break, let our roots run deep, hold each other close, even when we sleep. Rains fall, we'd stand tall, and we would be strong as a willow tree. Thank you. Hi, I'm Eve Blackwater, and this is Baby Dinosaur, and you can find it on YouTube and Spotify and Instagram and all of that stuff, and I hope you like it. I went down to the pet store and I bought myself a baby dinosaur, cutest little thing that you ever did see, a bitty baby reptile that belongs to me. Just how bad could a dinosaur be if you put her on a leash and tied her to a tree? She'll mess you up if you interfere with me. So back up, buddy. Dinosaurs belong free. My baby dinosaur, my bad buddy, I couldn't love more. She sleeps snuggled next to me, a real wild reptile. This is where she wants to be. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na. Just how bad could a dinosaur be if you put her on a leash and tied her to a tree? She'll mess you up if you interfere with me. So back up, buddy. Dinosaurs belong free. My baby dinosaur, my bad buddy, I couldn't love more. She sleeps snuggled next to me, a real wild reptile. This is where she wants to be. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na. Me and my dinosaur, she's a bad buddy, that's for sure. Hissing and spitting at folks we don't like. She's got a long tail with a long green spike. So, yesterday a bad man owed me some money, and he told me that he was gonna give me a hard time about getting it back. So I took my baby dinosaur down to my old job, and she gave my old boss the what's what. She said, let me introduce myself. I am a baby dinosaur. Now do what you're supposed to do and give my human friend back her money. And just for all the trouble that you caused, I think you should give her back $20 more. And that's what you get for messing with the dinosaur. My baby dinosaur, my bad buddy, I couldn't love more. She sleeps snuggled next to me, a real wild reptile. This is where she wants to be. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na.